Right, welcome to Bold Unlimited, this coaching opportunity for you where we are going to elevate your capacity to thrive. And we are so excited. We're actually a little bit early just to make sure that I have this functioning between my phone, the laptop, all the tech stuff that is looks like is working and in play. So we'll wait for a few minutes, of course, again, because we were ahead of schedule for those. I see many of you, Shauna and Rhonda. You are here, Rhonda. Good job. Way to get in here. I'll see if I can multitask very well while we're waiting a few moments for everyone to join. Man, we are pumped tonight to have some time together with you and with many from all over. Jennifer is here. I won't be able to always comment on all of the chat that's going on, but trust you're able to see over to possibly your right. If you are looking at a laptop or a PC and see the chat box there, if you're on a device of some sort, perhaps it is directly beneath the video screen, and you're welcome to chat there. You're welcome to ask questions. You're welcome to talk amongst yourself. Even after the video is done tonight, I'll be able to go back into that chat and can answer questions or follow up or give further input, to which we are totally excited. So welcome again if you're just getting in here with us to Bold Unlimited. These coaching sessions are going to be an awesome time. This is our very first webinar to take another step in creating a culture of hope and elevating your capacity to thrive, because we believe every heart can live fully alive. And so because of that, we want to see you thrive, and we want to see you live out your truest you, your authentic self, and be all that you were designed and created and fashioned to be. And that doesn't just happen. It really doesn't. You just don't wake up and that just unfolds in your life. It takes some dedication, it takes serious focus, and it takes a very large openness and willingness to go where you haven't been willing to go before. And so tonight, that's where we're hoping to get you moving in that direction. So many of you are already going down the road of seeing yourself live more, perhaps, than you've ever thought you were ever going to live, in encountering and experiencing more than you ever thought you would experience. So congratulations to you for this time and this moment, literally, of investing in yourself. That is such a powerful key and such a necessary component that so many are unwilling to do. And we're going to talk about that a little bit further tonight. But congratulations for taking some time to invest in you and see yourself go further. Just checking in over here to see Levon and Lauren, of course, and those others that may be in here. I'm seeing more clicking in, watching here, but we're going to get started because I told you we would try to be in a 30-minute time frame, and I want to honor your time. I respect you, and I respect your passion. I respect your heart and where you're going, and I'm very honored that you would allow me to walk beside you and walk with you and join you in your pursuit of living fully alive. And I believe we've got some things that are really going to elevate your capacity and going to enhance you along your journey to living out your authentic self, which is going to be awesome. But so in that, let me start by sharing a few key things, really three things, three rules. I don't like to use that word, but there's kind of no way around it. Three rules that I have with my coaching that you're going to continually hear me say and insert and encourage you with, because I believe it is just three simple core realities, core rules that we need to see our lives centered around if we're going to achieve and if we're going to advance and if we're going to accomplish what is in our hearts to accomplish. And these three rules are simple, but the more you let them get embedded within you, the more profound they are. And it's amazing that actually in their simplicity, you are able to see those settle in you and watch them come back to mind over and over again, even day after day, and begin to find out even in all aspects of your life where you can see these three rules apply, because they're very applicable to every situation and every part of your life. And so the three things that I require from you, as I require from myself, when it comes to connecting together and partnering together and allowing coaching opportunities for us to engage and interact. These three rules are key, and number one is to work hard. There's no way around it, guys. If you don't work hard, you're really just wasting your time and wasting your energy. But I know that you're on here because you've decided that something in you wants to go further, something in you wants to go beyond where you are. And so there's actually already something there that's saying that you're willing to work hard. And I would even imagine that that you are working hard, but I want to put that in front of us, because some of the things that we will develop over what we are coaching in can hit some brick walls and can begin to be challenging. And if you don't have work hard settled down in your heart, we often let go and give up, usually right before the breakthrough, right before busting through a barrier, right before breaking through a ceiling, right before moving into the next capacity. We back up if we don't have a work hard rule settled within us. And so let's do that tonight. Matter of fact, Trust, you got your ice water. I've got mine. Staying alert, staying focused, being refreshed. That's what we want for you tonight. But we want you to work hard. We want you to take what we provide you tonight and go to work with it. All right. And number two, after working hard, we've got to have a good attitude. Listen, the bottom line is if your attitude is going sideways, guess where your life's going to go? It's going to follow right in suit, and you're going to see yourself. You're going to see things of your life going sideways. And the reality is it really does take a good attitude to go after and accomplish what it is that you're looking to do. And so if we're going to work hard, you've got to have a good attitude. And number three, you got to have fun. There's no way around it. If you're not having fun in life, if you're not having fun in your relationships, if you're not having fun in your career, in your business, if you're not having fun in your marriage, if you're not having fun parenting or grandparenting, if you're not having fun, we got to find some solutions to that. We got to find some changes in that, because because life was meant to have some fun. That doesn't mean that it's all just jokes and laughs and just goofing around, but it does mean that life can be fun. Even in the most challenging situations, there is the opportunity to find the place of having fun. I don't know about you. I might be, for me, I can see myself going through some of the most grueling situations and find fun in it, because I find myself winning in those moments of hardship. And so that's a lot of fun to me. I love to win. And so I can find moments of winning or moments of fun through all kinds of situations. So our three rules, once again, is that you've got to work hard. You've got to have a good attitude, and you've got to have fun. If I was out on a sporting field with you, we'd all huddle up right now, and we'd say real loud, what's the three rules? And you would yell back real loud, work hard. Number two, you would say, have a good attitude, and you would say, have fun. That would be the reality of what we're going to do, and it's a part of what we're going to develop and want to do within our coaching opportunities. So let's do those three things, and awesome things are going to happen for sure. So tonight, before we go any further, let me remind you to have a journal out, or a notebook, or some kind of paper, and obviously something to write with, or if you like using notes, the Note app on your device, or taking notes on Microsoft, whatever the case may be, just whatever you can do to take some notes. As a matter of fact, I hope you already wrote down those 3 rules, right? And so you got your glass of water, you got something to take some notes with, and finally tonight, I want to ask you, and I want to invite you, if it would be all right with you, I would like for you to open your heart real wide and real open. Let some barriers down. Let's let yourself come into a place of relaxing. Take some deep breaths for a minute. I know it's been a long day. It's been a Monday. Some people are challenged by Mondays. And so in this moment, let me even slow down a little bit, and let's kind of begin to zero in on this. And let's take a deep breath. Let's lean back into goodness that's flowing towards us. Let's open our hearts to what wants to come to us tonight. Listen, there really is goodness that's trying to get to you, but oftentimes we've got barriers and blocks that's resisting. So I want to encourage you right now to lower the resistance, feel encouraged, feel celebrated. The fact that you're taking some time for yourself to benefit you and to move forward in the things that you want to go forward in, all right? So kicking this off tonight, I wanted to start with this statement, that good things are meant to happen to you. Wow, that's a, man, I heard that statement, and once, at first my mind was like, yes. And then when I thought about it a little longer, I realized perhaps how big of a challenge it really is for us to embrace that good things are meant to happen to you. I'd encourage you even right now, I don't know if you're by yourself or out in your car, hopefully not driving, or if you're out somewhere, or maybe you're even with your spouse or with your family, I want to encourage each of you right now to say out loud with your own mouth so that your ears can hear it. I want you to say, good things are meant to happen to me. I want you to begin to reverberate with that. I want you to begin to feel that for a minute. Did that even change some feelings? Did it kind of cause any tension? Did it cause you to kind of want to resist that? Because so often we're conditioned and programmed that our performance will determine whether we deserve good things or whether we deserve bad things. And I want to say to you that though our choices create consequences, there's a difference between creating consequences and deserving consequences. And that's a real key that I want to see you begin to get a hold of. And the reality is that you deserve good things. You might create some tough consequences with your choices, but even in that, I want to challenge you to allow your heart to open, that though there might be tough consequences, you still deserve the good things that are meant to happen for you. If you can find yourself embracing that, you'll actually discover your awareness of the good things that are coming towards you and are already part of what you're experiencing in life. So good things are meant to happen to you. You might as well maybe even go ahead and say it out loud once again, because the more you get that settled in you, the stronger you're going to go. See, you were designed for goodness. You were actually created. You were molded. You were shaped. Your DNA was actually fitted for goodness. It's goodness is not foreign. Goodness is not an alien to your existence. It's actually the place of home. Goodness is actually where you feel the most settled. It's where you feel, I just said it a minute ago, but it's where you feel at home. So because you were made for it. Every part of you, both your psychological part, your emotional part, your spiritual part, and your physical body part was made for goodness. It's where you feel the best when you are encountering what you understand as goodness and what fits with you as goodness. You absolutely thrive in those kind of situations. So you are to actually be in the flow of growth and progress that causes higher results and higher improvements. You are designed to move with the flow of goodness. You are designed to be in that and moving with it so that your life brings forth a higher measure of impact and sees a higher measure of improvement in the things around you. And so you have to set yourself into that flow. You don't just wake up there per se. The flow is happening. It's already moving. The current, if you will, or the frequency is already in place. But you have to position yourself in the place of being receptive to that flow. You need to get yourself into it and move with it. Otherwise, you are finding yourself going cross current, or you're acting like a salmon trying to swim upstream, and you're beating yourself against the flow and causing yourself an enormous amount of exhaustion. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Maybe drop some, yeah, I know what you mean over there in the chat box. But see, you are designed for this, and you have to set yourself into this flow. In other words, you have to dial into the frequency of goodness. You have to dial into the frequency of boldness. You have to dial into the frequency that is not fear, but is the frequency of hope. It's like that for some of us that are old enough to understand a radio dial, right? And I guess even the push buttons work the same, or even iHeartRadio on apps, you still have to go to the frequency call numbers that brings you the music, the sound, the talk, whatever it is that you want to begin to receive from. You have to actually dial into that frequency, or you won't receive from what is available to come across that channel. And I want to say to you that every day, and usually multiple times through the day, if you are encountering all kinds of things, you have to dial yourself back into the flow of goodness. You have to dial yourself back onto the channel and the reality of hope. You have to dial yourself back into that place. And those are things that we want to help you discover and help you learn how to do. See, you actually need to settle yourself into the place of power and purpose that's already within you. So much of our lives and so much it would seem that we've been taught or trained that we're trying to get something external and get it into us. And I want to help really do a complete 180 and reverse that thinking to understand that it's really about getting that which is within you out of you and manifesting it and displaying it and materializing it in your situation and circle around you. You already have power within you. You already have purpose within you. It's not something that you need to be looking for outside. You need to be able to go in and materialize it out into your situation. If your bills are piled up, you need to be able to materialize your power and purpose to see those bills diminished and paid off. If you're moving your business forward and you might be hitting some hurdles or some barriers or come to a place perhaps of being lost or lacking creativity, you need to materialize the power that's already in you. But we so often want to look outside and try to draw it in. And I want to say that it's within you that's waiting to be tapped into and manifested and materialized out amongst you. You are actually more powerful than you perceive. You are full of purpose. You are full of design. You are full of desire. It's there. It's about seeing that materialize out into your world. And we want to help you discover how to do that and begin to display that even more fully. So you have to determine to embrace that you deserve goodness. We kind of started off that way, and I want to bring us back around to that to say very strongly to us tonight that you need to decide that you deserve goodness. And I've found in my 20 plus years of leadership and working with people from all ages, from youth to college age to adults to seniors, working with people from all backgrounds and all walks of life, all ethnic groups, each gender, walking with them, I have discovered that the majority of us most deeply struggle with the place of embracing that we actually deserve goodness. And that's a significant key that I want to see you step into, because when that becomes the embrace of your heart, you begin to move and mobilize in entirely different ways than you have in the past. See, you have to adjust your emotions and your mindsets to that reality. You have to actually begin to feel like you deserve it. You've got to actually begin to feel like that's who you are. You need to begin to feel that power. You actually need to begin to feel that purpose so that it begins to adjust our mindsets. Oftentimes, again, we're kind of taught that we need to be able to kind of mentally agree with something, and then we begin to try to feel that. I want to invite you to open yourself to a place of feeling that so that it begins to reshape your mindsets. You've got to feel that you deserve goodness. It's not arrogance. It's not like, hey, everybody come and serve me because I'm the guy that deserves it. No, it's actually the place that you understand that you deserve the goodness that is the fullest measure when you're the one serving, assisting, leading, empowering others. That's when you feel most fully alive, and you deserve to feel that. So you actually deserve to have the capacity to serve others in much fuller dimensions. And the reality is when you're buried in debt, or when you're buried in stress, or when your tension levels are so high and chaos and craziness is all around you, you are actually diminished in your capacity to serve and affect and empower others. And I want to say to you that it's the right time for you to step up into your power, step up into your purpose, and begin to arrange the things of life so that you have a fuller capacity to give and serve and empower others, so that you actually experience and encounter the feeling of all of who you really are. See, you have to become conscious that you are worth living fully alive. You're actually worth you living fully alive. So you got to become very conscious of that. You got to before your eyes even wake up in the morning. And when you're just kind of in that weird in-between state where you're like, you know, you're awake, but you don't know if you're going to get up yet, and the blankets feel warm, but your eyes haven't opened yet, but you're in that moment, you got to start seeing some of the first thoughts that come into your mind be the consciousness that you are worth good things happening today. You are worth moving forward today. You're worth getting that kitchen cleaned up, or you're worth getting that pile of laundry done. You're worth taking another step and reaching out in your business. You're worth getting that bill paid off. You're worth getting your car cleaned out and getting all those McDonald's fries from underneath the sea, right? You're worth those kind of things. You're worth, you have much worth to give to others, and you got to become conscious of that even right as you start out in your day. Let me begin to speed this up a little bit tonight to give you these three things. I already talked through them, but let me give it to you in the bullet point form for you to live bold and move forward in all of who you are. I want to see you step into the place of making laser decisions. That's point number one. You've got to begin to get firm at making laser decisions. You've got to decide. That's the place of you coming into your power. That's the place of you coming into your purpose, is you making a decision. It's you setting a firm, solid, quality decision that this is who you are, this is what you're going to do, this is what's going to happen in your life, this is where you're headed, and these are going to be the results. You have to make that decision, and we want to help you discover that so that you can discover that power, so you can set those decisions and move forward, because we allow too much of life to either just float by us or pass by us or just run us over. But the reality is the power is in your laser decision to step into who you are and then see that adjust, to see your world adjust around you accordingly. And so number two, if you're going to live fully alive, we need to help you, and you've got to become internally aligned. We've got to get you And we got to help you come into alignment internally. Alignment with your spirit, alignment with your soul, alignment with your body, having your mindsets, your heart sets in alignment, bringing all the parts of you, your holistic being, into alignment with your core why, or I'm sorry, your central why, and your core statements, and your creative response. Those are the three dynamics that make up all of who we are and ultimately make up all of our families are, and all of our organizations or businesses have to answer the questions of what is our core why, or I'm sorry, our central why, and our core statements, and our creative response to those. And that's what I want to help you with in coaching. It's what I've been doing and helping leaders for decades now, is being able to identify those and discover those and develop those so that you can display that, or in other words, bring your world into alignment. And it starts, I'm checking out some of your comments, it starts with aligning internally, so that then you can begin to align the things in your world. And that's a key to living bold. And then thirdly, we've hit on this quite a bit, but it is substantial for us to reiterate that number three, if you're going to live fully alive, you have to understand your value. You ever thought that you actually teach people how to treat you? You teach people how to respond to you. You teach people how to deal with you or how to handle you by the value that you set on yourself. People that understand their value don't just lay down and let people walk all over them. People that understand their value also don't try to lord over top of people, but understand you have so much value, you'd rather support and help raise them up. That's where you understand your value, and it changes how you go about life and how you allow what comes into your life. And so if you're going to live bold and we're going to live fully alive, then we have to make laser decisions. We have to be internally aligned, and we have to understand our value. If you can begin to step into that at higher measures and higher capacity, you will see the things of life moving different. Your mindsets will adjust. The emotional chaos inside will begin to level out and come into alignment, and you will find yourself walking into the success of who you really are. So this can't be all that we have to talk about. We're almost done tonight. It can't be all that we have to talk about. So we're going to have to get together more often. We're going to have to get together, and we're going to have to decide to work on getting internally aligned, and we're going to have to work on developing the place of our value. We really want to help you discover your frequency. See, you're actually such a high success. You are one of high frequency. And so what we need to do is help you discover that frequency so that you can dial into it and see it develop, and then begin to be displayed or materialized in the world around you. And so many of us, maybe you haven't even thought of it this way before, that to understand that your life is of such high worth and of such high value. You are someone of high frequency, but most of us live at low levels of frequency because we haven't discovered how to dial in to the high frequency of the success of who we already are. And that's what we want to do, is to help you and coach you to move into the high frequency of the success of who you are. We want to help you get clarity. We want to help you have courage. We want to see you move into all that you are and live bold. So we're setting up our brand new coaching course. There's going to be 4 sessions. The information is just beneath this on the website, that we want you and invite you to value yourself, see your worth enough, understand that you want to move in your power and your purpose. You want to make a solid, strong decision to say, I'm going for more than where I am right now. I'm going to discover my frequency so I can dial in to the high frequency of my success and move forward with clarity clarity, move forward with boldness, move forward with courage, and see myself elevated in my capacity to thrive. That is a decision that you've got to make, and you've got to make it quick because you feel the frequency right now to move in what you've been receiving tonight. So this is your moment to understand your worth and your value is to invest in yourself, in your business, in your home, in your relationships, that they are worth investing time, investing resources, and moving forward and getting the coaching and the help that you need to break the barriers, break the ceilings, and move into all of who you are and live fully alive in a culture of hope is the best atmosphere for that to happen. So we've got a brand new coaching course set up for you already. It starts next Monday night, June the 11th. You got to move quick on this because success loves speed. High frequency is moving at a high speed. You've got to go with this as we're moving forward. We are advancing together in this. I'm going forward and I'm inviting you to go along with me. I'm moving forward in the higher frequency of who I am, and you can go with me. Check out the information just below this on the website. See what's available to you. Get in on this because it starts next Monday night. It's going to be a private course, a private group, and you are going to have the opportunity to invest in you, in your authentic self, and move in the fullness of who you are. I'm so excited for you. I believe in you. Congratulations for taking the night to spend some time investing in you, internally aligning, and taking some time to honor the value of who you are. We want to work hard with you. We want to have a good attitude with you. We want to have a lot of fun with you because goodness is meant to happen to you. Get in this course, discover your frequency, and let's discover your frequency. Let's develop your frequency, and let's get your frequency on display so that it arranges your world in the high frequency of the success you already are. All right. Thank you for joining tonight. This is going to be available right here. I'm going to leave it posted on this website right here for a few more days. If you've got friends, family, business partners, co-workers, student, college, children, grandchildren, even teenagers need this content. Imagine being developed in this from a teenager on up through your life. Get them to this link. Get them in here. They can subscribe through the email so that they can stay up to date with what's going on and get everyone you know connected into discovering their frequency. And let's go at this together. All right. Thanks. Have a great evening. Live bold. Live fully alive. We're in this with you.